welcome to my channel. I'm just going to get right into this and start off with my daily makeup routine. So here I'm showing you the Mary Kay Foundation Primer. I just took a little bit of that in my hands and then applied that all over my face. I really like this primer because it's got SPF 15 in it, so it's a nice layer of sun protection. And there's no scent or anything, so that's really nice. Just rub that all the way in. And then next, I'm going to grab my foundation, which is the Mary Kay Time Wise foundation, and I have it in the color Bronze C160. And I just applied that to my brush, my foundation brush, and then I'm just going to buff that in. And this foundation is buildable, so I would say with one, pass or one coat, it's probably about medium coverage. And you'll see here in a minute that I'm going to go back in just over one spot in particular to cover it up a little bit more. But yeah, this is a pretty good match for my face. It's a nice everyday wear foundation. So just making sure that it's worked in all over my face and down through my neck. Don't want any lines of demarcation there. Like I said, I'm just going to take a little bit more. I actually have a birthmark on the side of my cheek, and one way I can tell if a foundation is full coverage, is I put it over that. So that spot, since this is a medium coverage foundation, I like to go in a little bit more on that just to cover it up. But yeah, just working that in some more, making sure it's all nice and even. Alright, so next we're going to go in with the concealer, and this is the Mary Kay Perfecting Concealer in the color Deep Beige. And I know what you're thinking, what is she doing? That color is way, 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 way too light. But just wait on it. Once it gets buffed out, it actually looks really, really nice. So I'm just going into where I normally highlight, underneath my eyes, down the bridge of my nose, and right in the middle of my forehead there. And I also do a little bit right above the Cupid's bow and then on my chin. And we don't go ham on this just because, like I said, this is an everyday look, so I'm not going super dramatic. And I'm just going to let that dry down a little bit. So while I do that, I'm going to work on my eyebrows. Now, I will say this is not a Mary Kay eyeliner pencil. I actually did not have one out of my stash, but I found one, so in another Mary Kay video I will be using it just to see how that works. And so this is just a eyebrow pencil I got from Sally's. So I'm just filling in my brows. I have really sparse brows. I've been trying to grow them back in on the tails, so it's slowly but surely happening. And I should have sharpened this pencil before I started, but I didn't, so you're just going to see me kind of working with this dull pencil, and it's going to look a little ratchet here at the beginning, but we're going to go back in with some concealer and clean that up. So here I am just doing the other one. This one is a little bit more difficult. I don't really have as much of a defined shape on this one because the hairs are still trying to grow in, so it looks a little wonky, but like I said, don't worry, I will have that all fixed once I get done filling it in. We're going to go back with concealer here in just a little bit. Alright, so got the eyebrows done, so I'm just going in with one of my makeup brushes. It's like a little flat concealer brush, and I'm just kind of buffing that out. And as you can see, as I'm buffing it out, it is starting to fade a little bit into the skin. Some people might like their highlight as light as it is showing up on me, but for an everyday look, I'm not trying to go that bright, so I'm just gonna keep working this out with my little concealer brush here. Alright, so now that I've got that kind of blended out, I'm gonna go back in with my foundation brush and just kind of buff that out so you don't see those harsh lines. And so that's gonna help tone this down a little bit so it doesn't look super, super bright, but it still looks like I've got that highlight in all the natural places that you would normally highlight. That's one reason I really like this foundation this concealer, because you can either make it really bright, or if you want to go a little bit lighter, you could just kind of buff it out there. So it just kind of gives me a natural highlight. And now I'm going to go in with the concealer and kind of carve out these brows a little bit. Like I said, because that pencil was dull, it was kind of hard, and this eyebrow specifically doesn't really have a shape. So I'm just going to go underneath it here, kind of carve that out and clean it up a bit. Just getting rid of that line of demarcation there. I'm just going to go in under the other eye here and do the same thing. Alright, so next we're going in with the Mary Kay liquid eyeliner pen. I really like this one for the top of my eyelids. I do a little bit of a thicker line when I'm not wearing eyeshadow, so for my daily routine, I just think it helps open up the eye a little bit more. So I'm just gonna kind of make a thick line on both of my eyelids here on the top. Alright, and next I'm going in with the Mary Kay crayon eyeliner, and I just like to put this under or on my waterline. Also helps open up the eyes a little bit. I put this on my waterline, and then I will go back a little bit and put it on the inner line of my top eyelid. And then I'm going to go in with the Mary Kay Lash Intensity Mascara. This is one of the top sellers. It's really great. It helps lengthen and make your lashes look a lot fuller. And I really like this as one of my personal favorites. So I'm just going to put that on the top and the bottom lashes. Alright, and there we have it. That is the final look. We're just gonna get that do-rag off there, fluff that hair out, and that is my daily look. That generally would take me about 5 to 10 minutes to do in the mornings, but it's just a nice subtle look, nothing too fancy. Good get up and go to work routine that I like to do. But yeah, don't forget to comment down below if you have any tips or tricks, and subscribe. Thanks, guys.